Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm coming at you with this chit chat, get ready with me on this holiday glam. I try to make it another easy video for you guys because I know not everyone is a makeup artist, not everyone has the time to sit down and spend an hour on their makeup. But if you want to learn how I achieve this look, please keep on watching. Alright guys, so for today I'm going to be doing something a little different. Usually I do my eyes first and then I do my face. Today, I feel like I want to just do something different. I don't know, just don't feel like doing my eyes first. So we're going to be doing the face first, which to me is going to be a little different because I haven't done this in about 2 to 3 years. So I went in with the Hydro Plumping, I already forgot what it's called, Hydro Plumping Retexturizing Serum Concentrate. So this is from Kiehls. I already applied this. Now I'm just going to go in with my Ultra Facial Cream that is also from Kiehls. Now, I labeled this a get ready with me because I kind of just wanted to talk to you guys for a little bit. This is like my first video back since you guys know. If you guys follow me on my Instagram, I say you guys know, like, assuming that everyone follows me on Instagram. Since my nephew passed, and I'm gonna try not to cry at all in this video. I already told myself, like, there's a time and place for things, and I really don't. Believe it or not, guys, I hate crying on camera, and I hate people seeing me cry. So with that being said, I hope to not cry at all in this video. And if I do, I might just not upload it. So if you're seeing this video, it means I did not cry. However, it's my first video back and I was gonna take a longer break from making videos, but I realized that if I put myself in a funk, I'm probably not gonna get myself out of that funk. So I don't wanna do that to myself. For the next product, I'm going in with my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. By the way, if you guys at any point see this and this part of my face get pink, it's because my skin is sensitive in that area, so it's nothing wrong. I am very sensitive right there. So yeah, like I was saying, trying to get back into the videos. Prior to that, I actually had a few videos planned, and I still plan on doing them and I still will do them. I just didn't want to make those like the first one back. I feel like doing my makeup is something that I do because I love, and I don't know, I felt like it would be comfortable for me to come back as a makeup video, if that makes sense. But on that same topic, I'm actually doing a toy drive. If you guys have been with me since last year when we found out Damon was diagnosed with cancer, I went to the hospital where he was staying, and I had gathered gifts with my supporters, and I delivered them to the hospital where my nephew was getting his treatments for the kids with cancer. So, prior to Damien passing, I had already planned to do this. I had reached out to my friend Araceli and my friend Inez if they wanted to do something with me, and they had said yes. I just hadn't announced it, and then that happened and I didn't get to. Let me get the next product. I'm going to be going in with the NYX Bear With Me Jelly Primer. So I never got to announce it, and then, that happened. And I was like, okay, like I need to announce it because we're already in December. Today's Wednesday. I don't even know what day it is. I think it's December 4th. Anywho, I was like, I need to announce it. So, I talked to the girls and they were still with it. And well, I did this last year because of my nephew, because I saw what he was going through and I wanted to help other kids out. And so I decided, that I would do it again this year, not thinking, it never crossed my mind that, that would happen to him. I really thought that God would come through for us. And anywho, I wanted to honor Damien in this drive. And I'm very thankful to Inez from the Makeup Shack. She's allowing me to do the toy drive at her store. So that'll be on December 14th from 12 to 4 p.m. You can drop off a gift. And if you do decide to donate, and if you have the funds to donate, you will receive a goodie bag. And if you want to make a purchase in store, you can receive a discount. Sorry guys, I need to get a wipe. Speaking of the Makeup Shack. So the reason we're doing that is to try to kind of motivate more people to want to participate in this. Remember guys that, there's some of us who are very fortunate and there's children, you know, children suffering with cancer and all their treatments and stuff, just as my nephew did. And I just want to put a smile on their face and let them know that strangers are willing to support them. And although they are strangers and they don't know them personally, they're willing to help. So that makes me really happy. You know, it's a time of giving. We should do nice things year round, but right now I know where some people are more motivated to help, if that makes sense. So hopefully, I can't even talk. Hopefully this will give them like an extra little push to want to, okay, cool, like I'm gonna do a good deed. I'm gonna give, you know, a child a toy, and I'll get like a goodie bag in return or a discount, whatever it is. So yeah, you can drop off as many toys as you'd like. If you can't make it, you can actually stop by to the Makeup Shack prior to December 14th and drop off a toy. They're gonna be having like a little box where you can just go and drop it off. And then I will be taking these to the same hospital where I made the donation last year, which is where my nephew was at. So I'll be dropping off the gifts, and I'm not gonna say they're for me, I got you guys all these gifts. No, that's not the case. I'm gonna say, you know what, my supporters helped me do this, and on behalf of them and myself, like, we did this, you know. So I'm basically just hosting it and honoring my nephew, and I will be doing this every year in his honor. Moving on to foundation. Try not to cry, guys. I'm just gonna do it every year in his honor, and I miss him, and I will always miss him. And so I'm gonna be using the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I'm mixing the shades M1 and M3.5. So I'm gonna be using my Makeup Shack sponge. Sorry guys, I'm doing the most to try to get my mind off things. So the reason why I mix these two is because Punjab is kind of like the perfect shade. Punjab is M1 for myself, but I don't like my foundation being perfect. I like it to be like half a shade darker, because we still go in and we highlight our faces, right? So you're gonna go in 2 shades lighter with something, with the concealer, I mean, and I just think it's best to, you know, bump it up just half a shade and then brighten myself up. That's just me. I like to do that. I also do that on my clients, and when they look at it, they're like, oh my God, is that the exact foundation that fit my face? And I'm like, well, technically it was half a shade darker, but yes, it looks perfect on you. So this is just something that I like to do on myself and on my clients. So I'm just gonna take that and just start applying it. So if you guys can see, it's not that much of a difference. It is half a shade darker, but once you start doing like everything in, you know, you set and finish your face, you can't even tell. But it's just something that I like to do, like I said. All right, so as you guys can see, it's a half a shade darker. That's totally okay. Before you guys start panicking, you guys know when people say trust the process, you really just need to trust the process right now. Hope you guys aren't like, girl, are you telling me to do my whole foundation wrong? No, it's just trust the process, guys. Trust me, at the end, it'll kind of just, you know, slap everything together, if that makes sense. So now I'm going to be going in with my JCAT Beauty Stay Surance Concealer in the shade Buff. And if you guys don't have the means, you know, to buy a gift and donate, even if you just share the flyer, the flyer is on my Instagram. I'll also put it on here just in case you guys haven't seen it. There's 2 flyers, but just spread the flyer and spread the word, you know. That's all you, sorry guys, I messed up with what I was saying right now. But what I meant is, even if you guys can just spread the word and share the flyer, that's helping us out already. So I'm gonna be posting the flyer on my story until the day of the event, and hopefully you guys, you know, can attend, and if you can't, that's totally okay. I'm just gonna go lightly with the Born This Way concealer in the shade Light Beige. But yeah, that's gonna be happening also on December 15th, which is the following day. It's a Sunday, right after, so the 14th is a Saturday, and then Sunday, the 15th. My family is doing a kermesse for Damien, well, you know, for my sister and family, like, to help her out. If you guys don't know what a kermesse is basically a fundraiser. So people sell food, and then all the money made, so all the money that is made is given to the family or the person who they were doing the fundraiser for, to help them out. And so in this case, it's going to be my sister. Back last year when my nephew was diagnosed, we did one and it was very successful, and we were so thankful to everyone who came out. So that one, some of you guys attended because I remember you guys were like posting and sharing it, and then sending me pictures that you guys were there. I had gone and then I left because it's like a whole day thing, but I was only there in the morning. However, basically, like, you know, you can go and buy food. I'll also be, sharing the flyer here. I haven't shared it on my story yet because they were still working on it, because they want to add all the food that's going to be sold there. That way you guys know what type of food is going to be sold. But basically that's what a kermesse is. It is a fundraiser, and it's just to help her out. So like I was saying, last year when Damien was diagnosed, we did one to help my sister out with the bills, because if you guys have someone who has in your family who has cancer, know anyone, they go through a lot of treatments, not just treatments, you know, they have surgeries. My nephew had several surgeries, and insurance doesn't cover everything. So my sister, you know, my nephew had several surgeries, and my sister's bills were just piling up. And so my family decided to do this for her to try to help her out and alleviate some of that stress on top of what she's already going through, if that makes sense. So, you know, we're doing that again, and I'll be sharing that. Hopefully, if you guys can attend the toy drive, maybe you can attend this one. But I mean, whatever you do, even guys, if you just share the flyer, that's all, you know, the help you can give. I'm totally fine with that. Everyone is grateful for whatever you can do, and not everything is about spending or giving money. Even if all you do is spread the word, remember guys, like, everything helps. So that's that. So do you guys see how my face is kind of like highlighted now, and it's not as dark as it was before? And guys, we still haven't gone in and snatched everything up yet, so just wait on it. So right now that this is done, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of my LA Girl Pro contour, and this is the concealer, or the LA Girl Pro concealer in the shade Toffee, just to contour my face a little bit, but I'm running low on this one. I totally just jacked up this line. I'm gonna leave it like that. Believe it or not, but I don't like my nose to be so dark, and this is already a lot of product. So yeah, guys, I hope that you guys can attend either event or both events. The first one is not for my family. This one is for kids with cancer. Like I said, guys, just to remind them that they're not alone on their battle. Damien, my family, friends, people who supported my sister and him, he had a really big support system, and I want other kids to know that they also have a support system, even if they don't know the people. So, you know, by giving them a gift, I mean, you're letting them know, you know, that they're not alone, and there's people who care, even if they're strangers. And, you know, hopefully we can put a smile on their face, and for a moment, just let them forget where they are. But yeah, that's my hope with that. And then for the Sunday one, that one is for, you know, my family. And if you guys can or have the means to attend, then please do so. And like I said, share the word. But yeah, that was that. Now let me just finish blending this out. I hope I don't make this video too long. And if I do, I mean, I'm not that sorry, because you guys actually like my longer videos. I don't know what you guys like about them, because don't get me wrong, I actually like when videos are long. I love that on YouTube, people can create, you know, their videos as long as they want, because I enjoy, there's days when I don't got shit to do. And, okay, well, I do have stuff to do, but it's like stuff here at home where I'm like editing like videos, or I'm doing other things, but it's like at home, working at home, if that makes sense. And I like to watch things while I do things. Like I like to multitask, so I like watching videos, and I enjoy when I have like a video to edit, to watch a video. And I like when they're a little longer, because when they're short, then I'm like, damn, I have to find another video that's like longer. Does that make sense? So that's that. See guys, I did apply a little too much on my nose. So what I'm doing is taking some product and blending it as I remove product because I don't want my nose to be like really dark. By the way, the brush I'm using is the Makeup Shack T44. Okay, now I'm done with that. So I'm gonna make sure I don't have any creases because I'm about to take my RCMA No Color Powder and set my face. And you don't want, girl, I don't even know what side I used. Oh my God. You don't wanna have any creases and set them. So make sure you blend everything out. So this is my RCMA No Color Powder. Now I'm just gonna take some of that. I feel like my face looks so dark right now, but it's okay, guys. Trust me, I do this all the time, so. And a lot of times you guys don't even notice, but if you guys pay attention, I always say you mix 2 shades. I'm always doing it. So I'm just gonna start taking that, and I like to let it sit under my under eyes for a bit because that is where my face creases the most. Now I am dry skin, so I do not bake. You know, if you bake, sometimes some people bake for like 5-10 minutes. I can't do that because I'm dry. And if I do that, I did it once or 2 times before, maybe 3 times on accident because I was trying. This is back when I was learning to do makeup. And I would leave it, and then later my face would just look crusty. Like, you know, when someone just looks like, girl, you not put lotion on today? That was me. So I'm going to set my entire face, but the only part that actually stays is my under eyes. That's the part that I don't remove. But do you guys see that little layer that I have underneath my eyes? I'm gonna add a little more on this side. And also I have like a little mark right here of concealer. I actually dipped into a little bit of concealer that was left over on my palette and accidentally pressed it on with the sponge, but that'll go away. However, I'm just gonna add a little more powder right here. Now I'm gonna be going in with the ColourPop Talk to Them Pressed Powder Bronzer. And this is what it looks like. So this is the shade. Now I'm going to be taking the Makeup Shack T21. And I'm just going to bronze my face up a little bit. So another thing that, I don't know if you guys know this, I know some of you guys know this, is I love bronzer. I like to look very bronzed. It's something that I've always loved. So I kind of like to go in with this a good amount. And because I want today's video to focus more on the skin and the glam part of this, I'm gonna be going in a little heavy. So if you don't like too much of a bronzer, don't do as much as I am. All right, guys, now that I'm pretty bronzed up, I'm gonna be taking the Silhouette Contour Palette and my favorite shade, which is Light. This is my favorite shade to highlight my nose because I just feel like it's the perfect, like, light shade, if that makes sense. And I'm gonna be taking that on a Makeup Shack T65 and brighten up the nose right here. And I'm also gonna be taking that right on the bridge of my nose. All right, so just like that. Now I'm also gonna take a little bit of my RCMA No Color Powder on my sponge, and I'm just gonna clean up my bronzer. So like I was saying, I'm not the biggest fan of having like a super crisp contour, but I do it for a little bit. So just like that, now we can move on to the eyes. So let me just figure out what palette I'm gonna use, and I'll be right back in a second. All right, guys, so I went ahead clearly and did this eye off camera, and now I'm just gonna be doing this eye. It honestly wasn't that long, so don't be like, oh my God, that's like a full-on look. It was not that long, and you can totally skip the eyeliner. It's just something that I like. But basically, I'm gonna be using the Obsession palette from Bebella Cosmetics, and this is what it looks like. So the first eyeshadow I'm gonna be taking is the one that is right here, and I'm going to be taking that one on, where's my brush, a Makeup Shack T83, discount code Erika. So let me just make sure this is all ready to go. Now, before I start, I should have already removed this, but I didn't because I didn't want to do it off camera and not show you guys. So I'm just going to be taking the Makeup Shack T34 and I'm going to remove this powder. Now, I'm not going to remove this one because I am going to be going on with eyeshadow, and just in case I have any fallout, I don't want it to stain my makeup. So I'm just going to remove that, but not this one. Now, I'm going to take that brush and that shadow that I just told you guys, and I'm going to start and build it up on the outer corner of my eye. I'm kind of trying to do like an outer corner smoky eye. That's the look that I was going for. So just in case you guys are like, what are you doing? That is what I'm going for. Basically this look right here. And like I said, the eyeliner was just something I wanted to do extra for myself. Now I'm not going to bring this too far in. I'm kind of just going to stop it right there. And although it does look a little wonky right now, it's totally okay because we will start to blend that out. All right, so now that I have this eyeshadow blended out, I'm going to be taking, what am I taking? I low-key forgot. I'm going to take this brush, the Makeup Shack T50, and I'm going to mix this yellow shade a little bit with this orange one. And I'm just going to soften up the edge of my eyeshadow. So just blend everything away. So just in case you guys are wondering why I didn't take the transition first, I just kind of didn't want to. I like to take in the darker shadows first and then going with the lightest one last. Now, although I'm not taking this one last, the only reason I'm doing this right now is because I want to soften up this front part. But that's basically like why I do it, well, why I'm doing it today. And usually, like I said, I always take my transition last. Every now and then I do start with it first, but it's just something that I do, like that's just my thing. So there's nothing wrong with it, or if you do the other way first, there's no wrong or right way. As long as it works for you, sis, and you get your makeup done, that's all that matters. So as you guys can see, I'm just softening that up. So the reason I wanted to do that is you guys can see this like kind of just blended away now, and there's no start to it, if that makes sense. Kind of just like appears and then goes. So that was like my intention with this. All right, so now going back to the Makeup Shack T83, I'm going to be taking this darker brown right here, and I'm going to keep that right on the outer corner. So when you do this look, make sure that you don't take it beyond like, how to explain it? So you guys know how we have my crease right here, like the crease ball of, let's say the crease ball. The crease of where my eye is, don't blow it out, because when you do an outer corner smoky, outer corner should be like the outer corner of your eye, like this little area, not blown out. So the darkest shadows should never be pulled out too far. The only colors that are okay to be pulled out are the lighter ones. The darker ones, you want to keep them smoked in, if that makes sense. So with this dark brown, I'm going to take it and I'm going to keep it right within that little area. And make sure to not blow it out, like I said, because then it's kind of just all over the place. So I'm just going to build that and lightly start blending it out in that little spot. Now I'm going to dip back into that first shadow that I had used, which was like that medium shade. And I'm just going to soften this whole thing up, make sure it's not too dark, because I'm still going to be going in with the black. All right, next I'm taking the Makeup Shack T82, and I'm just going to take a black from another palette because this palette doesn't have a black. And I'm just going to take that black and right in the middle, just place it in there so that it can smoke it all together. Now this brush is smaller than the previous brushes that I used, so I like to use the darkest shades on the smaller brush so that I have more control. So being that this is black, I'm gonna just show you guys the other brushes next to the one I'm using right now. Do you guys see how it's the smaller brush and then these two are bigger? So you always wanna have the darker shade on the smaller one so that you have control and you don't mess up. And if you're using a big fluffy brush and you're going in with black or your darkest shade in any color, you might blow it out too much because you're using a big brush. So make sure that you stick to smaller brushes to have more control. So that's why I'm taking this one and I'm just gonna blend that around. And if you're scared to blend with the small one, just take the previous one. And in this case, it's the second one that, or the first one I had used. And I'm just gonna blend it out. And you see how I still have more control versus having used my blending brush. So I'm just using the smaller brushes to have more control. I feel like I said that like 3 times. I'm so sorry, guys. All right, so you could just throw on a lash and call it a day. However, I like to use eyeliner, and I'm going to be taking my Araceli Ojos Perfectos liquid eyeliner, but I'm not going to be doing a wing. I'm just going to be doing a little line. So just like that, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in that little area. So for lashes, I'm going to be using the Lurella Lashes in the style Longer Than Life. So this is what it looks like. And you guys can use my discount code Muaerika for some money off. For the lash glue, I'm using the Land of Lashes Lash Glue. So while my lash glue dries a bit, I'm going to be taking the Araceli Ojos Perfectos gel pencil. And I'm just going to add it to my top waterline. And I'm going to be taking the Makeup Shack T34 and just brush away. Now, I also had gone in with my blush on this side, so I'm going to be taking the Dandelion blush from Benefit Cosmetics on a Makeup Shack T38 and just add that to the apples of my face. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take that eyelash. I'm going to make sure I have a good grip on it. And I'm going to just press the center of it. And then I fix the edges. So the front part of the eyelash never touches the very front part of your eye. You don't want to do that because think about it like this. If you close your eye, something's going to be poking the inner corners. So it's kind of like 3/4 in, if that makes sense. You want to leave that little space so that if you do close your eyes, you can and it won't bother you. All right, so just like that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start doing the under eyeshadow, and I'm going to be taking the Obsession palette again and basically use the same eyeshadows I already used. So for the brush, I'm going to be using the Makeup Shack T53, and I'm first going to be taking this yellow and this lighter orange and just taking both of those and applying it on. The little tapping noise that you guys hear is just me tapping off the excess. Next, I'm taking the Makeup Shack T66, and I'm going to take the dark brown, and I'm going to smudge that one on. Next, I'm going to take the black that I had told you guys, and I'm also going to smudge that one, but only on the outer edge, being that I tried doing an outer corner smoky. Now I'm going to go back into the Araceli Ojos Perfectos gel pencil and add it to the outer edge. And for the front part, I'm not leaving that empty. I'm going to be taking the Dose of Colors Loyal Eyeliner Pencil. And this is basically just a brown. And I'm going to add that on the front. Now for mascara, I'm taking my Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. And I'm just going to add that to my lower lashes. Now for today, I'm going to be using the Lurella Cosmetics highlight, and this is in Jewels. So to apply that, I'm going to be using a Makeup Shack T50. I have not used highlight in a long time, but bitch, it's the holidays and we need a little glam. So just going to slap that on. And I'm also going to add that to my inner corners, or my tear duct. I think it's called a tear duct, but I always say inner corner. So see the difference between highlight and no highlight. For lip liner, I'm going to be taking the Morphe lip liner in the shade Bite Me. And for the lipstick, I'm taking MAC in the shade Honey Love. So now to set my entire face, I'm going to be using the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray. Discount code Muaerika. Y'all can save 30% off, sis. Holidays, come on, save your money. Let me just set my face. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this get ready with me chit chat. I know I was talking a lot, but I hope my point did get across to you guys with the whole makeup look, as well as hopefully you guys can attend or participate in the toy drive or the kermes. And I hope you guys do open your hearts this, holiday season. And I don't mean this for, oh my God, come through, help my family out. I mean like for the kids, for the toy drive. And if you can and you have the means to attend on Sunday for the kermes, thank you on behalf of myself and my family. Even if you can just spread the word. But I already talked about them. Now I'm just gonna close out this video. Thank you guys for watching. You already made it to the end. I hope you subscribed, turned on your post notifications, and let me know in the comments what your guys' thoughts are. Was it a little easier? I tried to make it very easy, and if it's not, let a sister know. I promise I'll simplify it even more. But with that being said, if you have not followed me on my Instagram, please do so. My Instagram is Muaerika18, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.
¿Qué pasa contigo? Dímelo.